I can never settle for less because of my genotype. And she said the guy that she has confirmed is genotype, that is AA. But even if it's AA, I can't settle for less. It's not even up to what I can manage. And even if I want us to get married today, tomorrow, that is ready to grant that wish. My heart melted on hearing that. Sincerely speaking, from the depth of my heart, I still love this guy. I still love James. This guy has really been good to me. He has shown that he's a good man, but he's not my spec. He's not the kind of man I want for a husband. My people, please, I need help. I need your advice on what to do. Because I'm confused. And it seems like my world is turning against me. I was born SS. And all through my life, it has been from one hospital to another. All my life, I don't really know what it means to be loved by anyone. At a point, all the sickness stopped. And I started going out. I started meeting friends. I started mingling with people. Then I fell in love with a particular guy. But when this guy found out about my genotype, he abandoned me. Every single guy that comes into my life, when they find out about my genotype, they will drop. And I cannot just hide the truth from anyone. I don't want to be with a man out of pity. And I decided to just continue hoping that one day I will find the one that will love me. So later I met this guy, James. I fell in love with him. I told him about my genotype. And I was willing to do anything to keep James. Luckily for me, he accepted to be with me, but only on one condition. That he will move in with me. I will be the one to take care of his responsibilities. I will be the one to foot his bills. I accepted because I have no option. I really love this guy and I can't afford to lose him. He is the only man that has agreed to be with me despite knowing my genotype is SS. Then we went to do a proper test and he told me actually that he is AA. But I needed a confirmation test. So we went to the hospital, run a test on him and it was confirmed that he's AA. So I had to buy into the idea. James moved in with me, started staying with me. I practically turned him into the man he is today. It doesn't work. I pay him every month 100,000. I pay him 100,000 every month just for him to be okay and take care of himself, look good for me. Because I don't just want to settle down with anybody. I love my man being classy and good looking. I love men that are used to modern facilities. I didn't want to settle for less because of my health issues. So I started staying with James. 2 months, 3 months passed. Then I told him about we getting married. He said I should hold on, that he wanted us to take more time. I should give him more time. So I agreed. Started staying together. Things were moving fine. Until one day, I came back from work and I'm going through my phone. I saw a debit alert. He withdrew 500,000 from my account. I actually gave him my ATM card, one of my ATM card, and I told him the PIN. This guy withdrew 500k from my account without telling me. I confronted him that day and he got angry. He was so pissed and he started challenging me, saying all sort of things. He called me different names. And he reminded me that my genotype is SS, that I should be respecting him. Because he's the only man that can tolerate me. And if I know I will not do whatever he wants, that he is ready to leave, that he will leave me. At that point, I couldn't control myself. I just had to kneel back down and apologize to him. I begged him to stay, and he accepted. So we started our life as usual, and all of a sudden, James changed. He changed for no reason. He hits me at every little provocation. He goes out and comes. He started keeping late nights. Whenever I complain, he will yell at me and even end up beating me. Each time every now and then I have bruises on my face. People keep asking me what is going on. I keep looking for light to cover up. Then one day, James called me that he wants to have access to all my accounts. That he wants to be part of everything I have. Not like I'm too rich. Not like I have everything I want in this life. But at least the little I have, I'm okay. I have a clothing brand. I have some other side hustles that I do. So after giving it thinking about it, I decided to grant his wish. He is actually my husband-to-be. So giving him access to all my accounts wouldn't be a bad idea. So we went to the bank and we signed all the necessary documents, and then their account was upgraded to a joint account for the two of us. So the both of us can actually have access to the money in the account. We started staying together and all that. So I was actually making plans to see if I can get him to come talk to my people, to come and see my people, so we can start with the marriage plans. Then one day, he met me inside and asked me to give him my phone that he wants to make call. I gave him the phone. Then he went outside. 1 hour, 2 hours, he has not returned. I walked around the compound. James was nowhere in the compound. So after about 3 hours, he came back. And I asked him where he went to. He said that the person he called told him to come out at the bus stop to meet him. I said, no problem. I didn't even know what was going on. I collected my phone from him, and he said he actually came back because of the phone, that he wanted to give me back my phone, that he's going back to meet the person. And he left the house. I didn't even think of anything. I opened my phone. There was nothing suspicious. So that very day, James didn't come back home. 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, James didn't come back home. I searched for him everywhere. I couldn't see him. I called some of my friends that know him, some of the guys that I know that relates with him. None of them know his whereabouts. And I had to go to the police station to lay a complaint. 1 week later, James is still nowhere to be found. I was worried. Then I called my people. I said I had to call my mom to ask for help. After I discussed with my mom, she asked me to come to the village. Now I had to go to the market that very week to get some things, because I didn't just want to go to the village empty-handed. So I just wanted to get something for my mother. So getting to the market, I've gotten the things I want. Just to make payments, I gave them my card. And it was showing insufficient funds. I was surprised. The account I gave them, I'm very sure I have enough money on that account. There's no way to show insufficient funds. We tried several trials. It didn't go. I had to check the account balance on my phone, and it was showing 0 naira. I quickly logged into my banking app. There was no penny left on the account. I went through the transaction history and noticed that withdrawal was made on that account. I had to rush to the bank immediately. Getting there, my account manager told me that my husband came to make withdrawals from the bank. I was shocked, and we checked the date. It was exactly that very date James left my house. He was actually the one that withdrew all the money. The debit alert he got, I checked my phone to see if there's any debit alert on my phone. There was no debit, which means The debit that was sent that very day, he deleted everything before returning my phone to me. I had to raise alarm in the bank there. I started explaining to them that I've not seen the guy since that day. But they said there's nothing they could do, because I personally brought him to the bank and requested for him to have access to my account. And they believe that since I brought him myself, that I know him very well and he's someone I trust. After all said and done that day, the bank could not do anything because he came to withdraw the money cash. He didn't make transfer to any account. I called my mother immediately that I need to see him, because at that point I was already frustrated. I was confused. I don't know what to do. I don't know who to talk to or what else to do. I turned back from there and went straight to the village. I had to start going to the village from there. I didn't bother going home again. Getting home, and I explained everything to my people. That was when I realized that James actually scammed me. He actually got me. He left with my money. We tried everything we could in the village. We started making calls, calling a lot of people, but nobody knows his whereabouts. My mother, poor woman, what could she do? She was only trying to console me. She tried everything she could to pull me back to my feet. She even advised me to forget about him and move on. And then she told me about a particular guy in the village that has been asking about me. According to her, that this guy really likes me and wants to settle down with me. At that point, I got pissed. I'm not out of the problem I am into. You're telling me about another guy. My mother said the guy has been there as support in the village all the time I'm in the city. And every time he comes to help them, at the end of the day, he would definitely ask of me. And now that this one has gone, that she believes is destiny that brought me back so that I can meet with the guy. I asked to know who he is. When she described him, it happens to be someone I know very well in the village, and not just somebody I can settle down with. The guy in question is not even my spec, is not my class, is too local for my liking. I told my mother that I don't want to have anything to do with any village guy. Even if I can't have James, I can never settle for less because of my genotype. And she said the guy that she has confirmed his genotype, that is AA. But even if it's AA, I can't settle for less. Even if you see the guy in question, he's not even up to what I can manage. We were on this. Then I told my mom that I need to go back to the city, since me coming to the village is just to tell me about one village guy that is interested in me. Not that she's even concerned about what happened to me. So I left them and came back to the city. Coming back, I didn't want to give up on looking for James. I continued the search for him. Then one weekend, my mother came to my house with this same village boy, with this same guy, that she wants him to stay with me for some time, even if it's just a week, and if after 1 week I don't like him, that he will come back to this village. She said so many things, she talked, and then I decided to grant her wish. But within me, I know I'm not giving this guy any chance. I just wanted to grant my mother's wish. That's why I allowed him to stay in my house. So this guy started staying with me. He practically do all the house chores. He stopped me from doing anything in the house. He wakes up very early, clean the house, make breakfast. When I go to work, before I come back in the evening, the dinner is set. He washed my clothes, which is one thing James have never done for me before. He cleans my bedroom, cleaned the whole house. But with James, I was literally the one doing all the laundry in the house. I do every work in the house, and I still pay James for staying in my house and eating freely in my house. So I decided to just allow him stay and do his thing, but I was never going to settle for him. So one day, he came to my room to clean, and I stood up. I was actually holding James' picture that day. I was looking at the picture. I was just meditating on how far we've come. So the guy entered my room. He saw the picture and called his name. He asked me, "Do you know James? Do you know this guy, James?" I said, "Yes." Have they met before? I was kind of wondering how he got to know James, because they are like, I don't know how to explain it. Their personality is different. They are two different people from two different class. This guy is a village guy. James, according to him, was born and brought up here in Lagos. He has literally lived all his life here in Lagos. So how is it possible that the both of them know each other? And the guy said he knows James very well, that is his very good friend. They both attended the same secondary school. And then last month, that is James, called him that he wants to travel out and need help. Like, he's planning to travel out. So him now, that is the guy from the village, that his younger brother works in the embassy. He couldn't finish his university education because when their father died, he had to stay back and also in the village to train his younger ones. He had to sacrifice his education for his junior ones to go to school. That was why he couldn't attend university. So that's his younger brother that went to school, now works in Nigeria embassy. So he contacted his younger brother, and with his influence, they got visa for James and his girlfriend, according to what James told him, that James is traveling with his girlfriend. So they got visa for him and his girlfriend to travel out. I was shocked. Do you mean that James is no longer in Nigeria? He said yes. That he was actually the one that did worked everything for them through his younger brother. I was confused and so devastated. James actually took my money and traveled out with another woman. He said, then he was like, how is it? And then I had to explain everything to him. How I met James, how the whole thing happened. Everything happened so fast. Now, how do we get this guy? Because he felt really bad and betrayed. He said after everything he did, that James gave him only 50,000 naira. He told him that he picked money from somewhere, but he didn't tell him how he picked the money. And after everything, he only settled him with 50,000. Then I begged him to help me, that I need to get in touch with James. He contacted his younger brother. We started making inquiries, which particular country he went to, the details and everything. So after a long run, going and coming, visiting the embassy and all that, his brother finally helped us get a contact. We started calling. During that period, we were not able to reach him. We couldn't reach him. So after 1 week, the brother called that he was able to get across to him, and that he told him to come back to Nigeria, that he has a business deal for him, that a particular company that one of his clients works for, that the CEO of the company is going on a business trip and needs somebody that will stand in for him for a month, and the person will be paid handsomely. So he just wanted that. He told James that he wants him to come and take that position, since he's going to give them something in return. And James agreed to come for interview for that very program, and it's going to be just a day stuff. But James was saying, talking about him coming back to Nigeria, visa, ticket and all that. But he told him not to worry, that he will sort that for him. Then we agreed. I had to buy into that idea. Anything that will make James come to Nigeria, I don't care what it is. I don't even want to know what the story will be, but let him just come. So on that very day, I had to get the police involved. Immediately, James came down to Nigeria. The police picked him up. And getting to the station, he started narrating his own story, that when he got to the States, that the girl, his girlfriend that he was dating here in Nigeria, when they got to the States there, that the girl took all the money he had with him and left with another man. That throughout the 1 month he stayed in abroad there, it has been a living hell. He has never had peace for one day. He has been running from one place to another, hiding from place. So when the guy's brother called him, that he felt like this is another opportunity for him to start afresh again. He was actually stranded there in the States and had no help. Just like what he did to me, the girl also repaid him. And I was confused, like, that means I've lost everything. Me thinking that once I see James, I will be able to get back my money. But seeing him now, I don't even have anything. He doesn't have anything with him. He came back to Nigeria empty-handed. I told the police to lock him up. We went back. Then I had to call my mother and explain everything to her. I was actually going to forget about him before his people came to me. That is, James' parents visited my house 2 days later and was begging me that I should help them release their only son. That is their only child. They said so many things that they can't afford to see him rot in jail. They started begging. James was also calling, begging me. James said he was ready, that he's ready to make amends, that he has realized his mistakes. He has been through hell in the States there and coming back to Nigeria here. He was hoping to come back and make amends. And even if I want us to get married today, tomorrow, that he's ready to grant that wish. My heart melted on hearing that. Sincerely speaking, from the depths of my heart, I still love this guy. I still love James. But now I'm confused. Between him and the guy my mother brought, this guy has really been good to me. He has shown that he's a good man, but he's not my spec. He's not the kind of man I want for a husband. And James is everything I want in a man, aside the fact that he's very toxic. Aside the toxic aspects, James is everything I want in a man. He's my kind of man. He's my dream man. So I'm confused. Should I forgive James and take him back? We'll start our marriage plans, or I should leave him there in prison and let law take its course. And then I can't even think of the guy from my village. I can't even imagine him. I don't know what to do. That's why I'm here. Please, I need advice. Because now, I've been caught in between the deep blue sea and heaven. I need advice. I can't settle for the village guy. And I don't know if I should forgive James or not. But I still love him. Even if I want to go for the village guy, I'm pretty sure I know myself. I would always want to be with James. If I settle with the village guy, I will always go out for James, because that is where my heart belongs. So please, I don't know, because all those things that have happened in the past are all red flags. I don't know if he has changed truly or not. If I should overlook the red flags and move on with him or not. Please, I need advice. I need help. Please help me.